But we are currently 7th in the table, as you can see. And we have conceded 24 goals, which is not very good. Now, we might be scoring plenty, but 24 conceded is not good. If we compare that to teams down in the relegation zone, I mean, it's as bad as West Brom, who are conceding 25 goals. I mean, you've got teams down here like Swansea who have conceded less than us. In fact, most teams have conceded less than us. We are pretty bad when it comes to goals against, so we have to fix that. As for the recent fixtures, we've been getting decent results, as you can see. It's just that we very rarely keep clean sheets. In fact, by looks of things, we've only kept 2 all season, Stoke and West Brom. That's not good enough. We need to keep more clean sheets. Now, part of this issue might be to do with the keeper. Now, we've currently got John McLaughlin in goal, who's the backup goalkeeper. He's 38 years old. He's not fantastic, really. He's currently in goal on the grounds that our current goalkeeper, Solbrun, is actually just coming back from injury. He's literally just got back. So I want to drop that defensive line a little bit. I want to keep the high press, though. We want to win the ball high up the pitch quite quickly. And I think we should maybe get stuck in on tackling a little bit more. Maybe that's one way that we can stop players from getting past our defenders. If we just put a crunching challenge in, it might be okay. Let's see how we do in this first game with these changes, but if it doesn't work, we'll go back to more balanced. So Tommy Conway is upset that he's not getting enough first team football. I mean, there's an argument to say we should be playing him more. He's got 3 goals in... actually, it's not that impressive, is it? I think 2 of them came in the same game. 3 goals, 2 assists in 2 starts and 6 substitute appearances isn't bad. Maybe we should give him a bit more game time, to be fair. I'm going to start you in cup competitions. Stop messing me around. Either play me regularly or let me go on loan. Ooh. I do want to keep him, so I'm going to promise him that I'm going to give him the game time that he wants. Thing is, with Falcao in front of you, I don't know who he thinks he is, thinking he can get in the team ahead of Falcao. And Strelic to an extent, but Falcao mostly, right? Right, so the first game of today's stream, we're against Birmingham City. We are at home today as well, so I'm going to say stick to the plan. To really try and hammer home to them, the plan is keep a clean sheet. We are 7th, as you can see, wonderful. Birmingham are 15th, so a little bit further down the table than we are. I mean, if we concede a goal 5 minutes in here, it's not a very good indication that our tactical tweaks have worked. Birmingham in a corner there. I think the deflection takes that off the pitch before Solbrun got there. We need to defend this well. And they seem to overload us there at the far post. Maybe we need to try and tweak something tactically to stop that in the set-piece tactics. This plan to try and push Birmingham out wide is working quite well for us. I mean, watch them now score after they get past the number 12. Yeah, there we go. Demarai Gray breaks the deadlock. Conway's going to go up top. Strelic's going to come off here for... We'll bring Bangura on because McGree just isn't quite fit or healthy enough for this game at the moment. Robertone is going to come off as well for Naipan. And straight away, we seem to have a bit of a highlight here as Naipan and Bangura combine. They do pass it backwards to netted ball, but we are now going forwards with the ball. Bangura finds a great ball through towards Naipan in the penalty area. Go on, fella. He's done it! Against the run of play, immediately we make an impact there on the game. I don't think my tactical changes have actually come into play yet. It does say in the top left changes. Yeah. So that wasn't really me, to be fair. Wasn't really me. Olivan back to Iwata. We're forcing them backwards, though. We're not letting them through the middle of the pitch. Again, they have to be forced out wide. Exactly the way we want these things to be played. But it's a combination of Whittaker and Ayling just not doing anything. And we've been let off there. Whittaker and Ayling just absolutely stood off their men, let them go through, and it's actually come off a player on the line to defend that. Morris goes back to Ayling, got a bit of space to run into, decides not really to run into that space, and goes with a long ball to Whittaker. You've got to cross this. You've got to cross this. And Conway's there, but it's a disallowed goal. We've won possession back. Bangura goes for a long ball over the top. Now we need someone with pace. Tom Conway would have been a good option here, but instead, Falcao does it. The Colombian with a bit of magic. And here he is, dancing away. Oh, I love it. This really was a smash and grab then. 5 shots to 21. Birmingham with almost a 2xG. We've got 0.65. Yeah, we've played the game well there, I think. We've got international break up next, though. So we've got 2 weeks before any games are being played. It keeps us in 7th place right now. Leicester did lose, though. They're down to 5th. They were top of the table for a long time. That's their 5th game in a row they've not won now. Hackney wants to be a midfield playmaker. Well, he's playing as a deep line playmaker, but clearly that's not good enough for him because he's not very happy. And Conway obviously wants his extra playing time, which he shouldn't really be getting based on what we saw in that previous game. However, he might get that game time because Lucas Robertone sustained a sports hernia following a strong challenge in training and is going to be out for 5 weeks now. That is frustrating because the man we signed for £4 million in summer has been really good for us so far. In 11 starts, 5 goals, 3 assists, a 7.15 average rating. Wow. 2 player of the matches in that time as well. That's frustrating. Right, Oxford United, who are actually having a very good start to the season. They are 6th in the Championship, so they're above us in the table, are Oxford. That's the team then. I'm so desperate for Callum Britton to come back. 7 weeks to wait. 7 weeks to go. Now, this is going to be a real test for us. Of course, we're trying to reduce the number of goals we're conceding. We did very well in the previous game against Birmingham, only conceding 1 goal from, what was it, 21 shots. Here, the early exchanges seem to suggest we are the team who are slightly better. So Jones plays the ball into Neto Borges, out wide to Riley McGree. Gets it back to Neto. Neto now. Forced out wide, but has got plenty of time and space to find Hackney. Not the best of passes in the world, but we do retain possession at the moment as Hackney decides to shoot and put it over the crossbar, and it's not really ideal there. I think we should have maybe tried to play that into the penalty area a little bit more. But look, we're creating chances. We've got plenty of the ball. Oxford at the other end now with a corner. Krastev in the middle, cleared by Fry. Only as far as Brannigan, who plays it back out towards Krastev into the middle. That's offside. Offside. Disallowed. Good. Good. McGree's a playmaker, not a winger. Well, look, it's the role he fits in right now in the team. He's just come back from injury. We need to get him playing some football. We could see if wide playmakers do actually work in FM26. Never did. Well, I never found success with playmakers out wide in 24, but 26 we could give it a go. Neto Borges gets out wide, puts that cross into the middle. Conway's waiting, but he can't win the ball in the air. Drops to Luke Ayling, who beats his man. Put that low cross back in the middle, please. It's not that low, but it meets the head of Conway. And there we go. We've taken the lead here against Oxford 30 minutes in. Throw for Oxford now, as they look to try and get back in this game. Remember, we are forcing the opposition out wide now to try and put crosses into the middle because we've got big defenders. Whew. Hackney, ball through to Neto, who's got bodies waiting in the middle now. Strelic seems to be the furthest forward, despite being the attacking midfielder. That would have been a great goal. We seem very keen to be shooting from distance, even though I'm pretty sure instructions, discourage shots from distance and work the ball into the box is turned on. But if they see a good opportunity, I guess the players want to try and take those opportunities. Whittaker now plays it back towards Hackney. And Neto forward. Trying to work these openings here nicely. And that's a nice ball through the line there. Conway's in the middle. There we go. Tommy Conway, 4th goal in 9 games. Who's going to start up front? Him or Falcao? Cross comes in from Oxford. We have been saved by the posters a couple of times, I will say, against Birmingham and Oxford. So we have been fortunate that, I mean, arguably we could say, oh, we've done really well defensively to force them to shoot and it has to hit the post rather than go in the back of the net. But another argument would be that Oxford have been very unlucky. But we have come here to Oxford United and beaten them in their own back garden by 2-0, thanks to 2 goals from Tommy Conway. Look, I'm happy with that, I think. Let's have a quick look at the recruitment focuses that we had set up, specifically to look for goalkeepers and centre-backs. So, goalkeeper. There's one that they've said we should sign, and it's this 21-year-old goalkeeper from a team that I cannot pronounce in Poland. See, I'm looking at this now and I'm thinking, look, you may be saying that... I mean, I'm not going to be able to sign this guy because I can't even say his name. But I would say arguably Solbrin looks like the better goalkeeper overall here. He's got better handling, slightly better command of area and aerial reach. His passing's better as well. I don't think you're an upgrade, honestly, on Sol. Right, Coventry. This is going to be a really tough game. Coventry are 3rd in the table, 4th in the table. They dropped down a little bit then. This is going to be a huge test of our out-of-possession tactics. Right, Morris. Forward to Naipan. Naipan finds Conway in front of him, who has come quite deep to collect that, but plays an amazing ball through to Whittaker, who chips the keeper but misses the goal. Coventry, though, have now got their chance to come forward with Haji Wright. Josh De Silva. It's a really good team, to be fair. Mason Clark on this near side is going to try and cut past his man, finds a pass in towards Radoni, who puts it in the back of the net, and that's a silly one to concede. Whittaker, who missed the goal opportunity for us earlier on, now gets challenged and tackled in the midfield, but Morris wins it back. And now Conway's got some work to do to hold up the ball. And Whittaker is through again. Do not make the same mistake again, Whittaker. And Riley McGree brings the ball forwards. Through to Naipan, who's got some space in front of him to put a ball over the top to Whittaker. Third time for Whittaker. And this time, oh my word, Morgan Whittaker scores one of the best goals I've seen in FM26. Arguably the most difficult of the 3 chances he's had in this game. The first one was a sitter, he missed it. The second one, just poor decision making with the shot. But this one, my word, that's good to see. Look, I'll tell you what, 1-1 with Coventry, who are above us in the table. They are going to be there or thereabouts come the end of the season. That's not a bad result. So that was the draw on the Tuesday. We've got Derby County on the Saturday. And I think Derby are one of the teams down at the bottom end of the table. If we look at the table, yeah, right down there in 24th. In fact, they're rock bottom. 9 points. They've got 2 wins, 3 draws, 12 losses. We have to beat Derby with a clean sheet. Ball over the top to Whittaker. Drops down to Conway there and played out wide to Luke Ayling. We've got 3 bodies at least in the middle here. But Ayling finds Hackney just outside the area. Through to Strelic. Strelic back out to Hackney. We're just patiently working the ball into the middle. Strelic's there. Back to Riley McGree into the middle. Conway's there but pokes it wide instead. And actually it comes off a defender instead. Neto Borges in the area. Finds Morris further out. Hackney shot from distance blocked. Whittaker heads it goalwards and the keeper easily collects that one as well. We are creating the chances. We are taking goals. Taking goals? We're taking shots. I wish we were taking goals and scoring them. Excuse me? Excuse me? What? What's just happened there? No, genuinely, what's just happened there? What is... What? What in the world? I mean, I'll take it. We're 1-0 up. And maybe even goal of the season. You're right. Maybe even goal of the season. I can't... I've got no words for this. I am a bit... I mean, even if we report that as a bug right in the game, how would I even describe that? How would I describe what just happened? What time? We're roughly on 1 hour and 20 minutes. I'll get a clip of that after the stream to send to the devs and say that what was going on there. In the meantime, Derby dancing around our defenders here and... Okay, well that's... That's unfortunate. Switch out Strelic. Switch out Conway. Falcao and Naipan on. Who really should not be on the pitch together at the same time. I mean, that really is 2 very different generation of player. Oh, God, we need them now. We really need them now. Oh, dearie me. We've played so well against promotion candidates. Now we're against bottom of the table. I command you to do something, and Falcao's going to do something here. The ball to Hackney actually somehow works out there. And now we've got bodies in the middle. There's 5 players in the middle, Hackney. 5 players in the middle. You've got to find one of them. And it shouldn't have been Lenihan like that. What are we doing? What are we doing? We're in the promotion hunt, we are. We're really in there, and we've just had some really good results against teams in the promotion hunt with us. We're taking points off teams around us. And yet here we are, against bottom of the table Derby. At home, I should add. At home. And we just don't seem to be... doing what we have to do. Brereton Diaz, don't do this to me, fella. Don't do this. Don't do this. Look at the match stats. Look at the match stats. Come on, Falcao. Of course. Of course. I'd full on shut down the computer right here. I'm tempted. I'm tempted. You got FM. We go again. FMing and a half. I mean, clearly they had some decent chances on goal with a 1.69 XG, to be honest. Look at the fixture schedule as well, right? If we look at this. Leicester, who were like second at the time, drew. Birmingham, who were actually below us in the table, we beat them. Oxford, who were in the playoffs, we beat them. Drew with Coventry, who were second in the table at the time. And they were the fourth, actually. And then bottom of the table, Derby, we draw. Where are Watford, by the way? 10th in the Championship. I think they were a bit higher, but... You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 top half teams in a row there. And then Derby, the team that beat us. Anyway, we can now focus on some slightly easier games, supposedly. But based on what we've seen so far, we're going to lose all these. Because Hull, they are 17th in the Championship. And then we have Charlton, who are 18th in the Championship. Then we have QPR, who are 20th in the Championship. And then we have Bristol City, who are 16th in the Championship. And then we have Blackburn, who are 15th in the Championship. And then we have Hull again. 1, 2, 3, 4... They have to be 6 wins in a row. They have to be 6 wins in a row, surely. Right, very quickly, the Hull game has come around. Right, what changes do I want to make here? I guess Conway's in fine scoring form at the moment, so we've got to keep him playing. Strelic's always dangerous, although hasn't played brilliantly in the last couple of games. So I'm going to start Nipan, behind him. This has got to be a win, but we said that about the Derby County game, and it didn't really work out. Corner has been cleared and dealt with, and McGree now... Go on, fella. Is leading the counter. Plays a great ball through to Whittaker, the furthest man forward in the penalty area. He's pushed out wide, but the shot goes in the back. He's offside. He's offside. Whittaker brings the ball forwards down this near side. He was offside a moment ago, but can he make up for that now by putting a great little low cross in? He doesn't need to, because apparently we've been given a penalty there. Now, I'll be honest, I didn't see much wrong with that. Let's see. Conway. Oh. Oh, dearie me. Oh, that's poor. That's poor from us. We've given the ball away in a really dangerous area there. Ollie McBurney smashes through some defenders and gives Hull the lead here. Oh, I can't believe it. I feel like this is the curse of Football Manager. Where we do really well against the teams who are doing well, and then we come up against teams below us in the table. Right, well, we've got a big 30 minutes to play now, haven't we? Lenihan to Kante, forward to Whittaker. This is a great little bit of football. Back to Whittaker. You've got to finish this. Okay, there's one. There's one goal. Come on! Do something! Please! That's not doing something. It's good goalkeeping, I suppose, but now Whittaker has to knob this onto himself. That's quite difficult, isn't it? Oh, I thought he was about to win the ball there. If he'd won the ball there, that would have been amazing. McBurney holds it play nicely. Oh, no. Turns his man. I can't believe Ollie McBurney's got a hat-trick in this game. That's just horrendous. Pjanic, then. Cause some mayhem in the penalty area for us, will you? Ball to the far post. Cleared. Falcao's got to hit this. Someone's got to hit this off the post. Oh, it's not going to be our day when we're not scoring those opportunities. I mean, the tactical changes did help at the end there. We had so many more shots. Just seen that Charlton, by the way, have lost 4 of their last 5. They're going to win 5-0 next game, aren't they? But I do quite like the new UI. I just like how it feels fresh. It's, you know, it's something new to look at, something different. And I think it does work quite well. Oh, my word. A consortium completes the Middlesbrough takeover. It's been done. A consortium led by London-based investor Trevor Bull has successfully completed a takeover of Middlesbrough, replacing former chairperson Steve Gibson. Bull revealed that he was relieved by the deal and indicated he wanted to make a difference for the fans at the Riverside Stadium. Excellent. We are now 8th place. We are 4 points off the playoffs. Lord, we're slowly starting to drift away from the top 6. We have to beat Charlton. Charlton are 19th. Derby actually have now won 3 in a row, by the way. Derby have. So them beating us has really kicked things on for them a little bit. Finn Azaz. Oh. We could get 2.4 million for Finn Azaz. Oh, 4.6 as well here. These are updated. How much is he worth, Finn? Look, we're not going to play this. This is we're playing through the beta, aren't we? We're playing this through the beta. We're not going to be doing this like massively long term. Just sell it. I want the money now. 1.5 million for Tavernier as well. My God. These weren't available previously. 2.2 million pounds there. Go. Get gone. We need the money. Is that coming? I'm not bothered about that one for £39,000. That is 10. We should have about 12.5, 13 million or so to spend now. Excuse me. 3.4, what are you on about? I just sold all these clauses to get the budget. What are you on about? There's only 3.4 million. Oh, it's because 20% of transfer revenue is made available. Oh, no. There was not a good thought process there. We should have sorted that out beforehand. Oh, no. Bangura and Borges combined. Bangura out wide, trying to make his mark on the game. He's not started for a while. He's come off the bench a few times and looked good, but he needs to have a good game here if he wants to nail down that left wing spot on a permanent basis. And he's done well to help Tommy Conway score the first goal of the game. He couldn't score from the spot last time out, but he scores from a yard or two out there. Oh, Luke Ayling has now picked up an injury, and we've just not got any more right backs. Dale Fry can play right back. Okay, we'll have to put Fry there then, aren't we? And make you a full back, not a wing back. Even if we signed Tomiyasu on a free right now, we couldn't register him until January, I believe, anyway. So he wouldn't be able to play. It goes in. Bangura gets his first goal of the season. And that was just a comedy of errors there, maybe, for the Charlton defence. Good ball from Bangura. Cleared by the defenders. Oh, but it's blocked by Conway, and Whittaker makes it 3. Okay, this game's won. Not many clean... In fact, I think all our clean sheets have been... I think this is our 4th clean sheet, but the 3rd clean sheet we've had where we've won 3-0. Well done. Great win for us there. That was really important we got that win as well, because 2 losses on the bounce was frustrating. And now we're back to just being a point behind the playoffs. And Preston now are starting to eke themselves out in front. They're 6 points clear of Oxford in 2nd place. Preston, of all teams, to the Premier League. Ayling injury. How long is this injury? It is a twisted ankle, so it won't be very long at all. Oh, 3 weeks. Board requests. Okay. Percentage of transfer revenue is apparently fine. They have increased our transfer budget to 7 million. That's good going into January. 7 million's nice. I'd like an increase in the wage budget, please. Discuss with the board. It's really important I implore you to reconsider. We won't change anything. If this isn't if his grant isn't requested, I can see the club being left behind by our rivals. We aren't willing to do it. Come on, show some ambition. Okay, I'm not going to threaten my job here. We're not getting an increase to the wage budget. Yeah, as a reward for raising considerable profit for the club. After all, I did help bring that much of that revenue in. You've earned the right to trust us with more money to spend. Thank you. Okay, so we get a higher revenue percentage. 35%, great. Wanted by 11 clubs. Can we talk to his agent now? Now that we're not in an embargo state, we can talk to his agent, actually. He wants £16,000 to £20,000 a week. That's really not bad. Can you bring the wage down a little bit? 15 to 18. I'm thrilled by that. If I lock in, we can always come back in. We're very early in December. We can come back in a few weeks' time. No, okay. Look, we will adjust the... we'll have to adjust the budgets a little bit here. Right, I just saw the youth intake preview come through. Wow, it's looking good. 3 centre-backs, A rating, centre-mids. I mean, let's see how... This could be like FM24, where it tells you you've got an amazing youth intake preview coming through. 5 stars, apparently, a golden generation. Let's see how good they actually are. So I don't think I want to make a change to the team that won in the last game, actually, because they were really, really quite good. Right, QPR, down in 17th place, I believe. So this has to be a win. Left-footed ball into the middle. And Alfie Jones? I've been calling him Alan Jones since the start, I think. Yeah, Alan Jones was the Australian F1 driver. And he won the F1 World Drivers' Championship in 1980 with Williams. That's who I've got in my head, apparently. Not Alfie Jones, Alan Jones. How's that gone in? Disallowed. Foul in the process. Good. Well, I like the idea that Alan Jones, the 1980 F1 World Champion with Williams from Australia, is in our team in the back line. No, Alan Jones wasn't in my head, but actually Alan Jones would have been a good shout. It was all... Naipan. Showing us why he should be starting games again. Because he started the season quite well. And then Robertone came in, which meant that Strelic started playing more games. And Naipan's kind of been pushed to the side a little bit. But that was a good goal. I agree. I think people are complaining... No, it's a bit harsh to say. I think people aren't giving the UI enough of a chance yet. Like, there were people on, like, you know, playing an hour of debate and were like, I'm refunding the game because I hate the UI. I mean, that seemed harsh. That is also a poor goal to concede, but thankfully it's offside and disallowed. It's QPR's like away kit, which is green as opposed to blue. That's why. Middlesbrough. With the ball forward, over to Strelic. Robertoni and Strelic combining once again. Offside, though. A lot of offside goals in this game, aren't there? And there's always been bugs in the betas of 23 and 24 and things like that. But because the game feels more familiar day, I think you sort of look over them a little bit more because things are different here. There's a few more of them, probably. That's annoying to concede. 5 minutes of added time. We just need to hold on here. I was about to say we've been the better team, actually, but I've just seen the match stats. QPR have been all over us today. Higher XG, more shots, way more shots on target. But we seem to have done things there and done well with it. Middlesbrough 2, QPR 1. Thank you very much for the win. Nice work. It's good to win games even when we're not at our best. And that puts us up to 5th in the table now. So after a little bit of the shakiness there against the likes of Derby and Hull, where we had losses to those two teams, that was rather frustrating. We have got ourselves back in this playoff mix, and Preston now seem to be losing a couple of games. Because we're now 6 points behind Preston. We were like 10 points behind them at one point, surely. And in fact, Leicester, oh my word, they were top of the table by like 6 points at one point, weren't they, remember? And they're down there now. Coventry have dropped behind us as well. No one can stay on top of the table for long.